Today, I will build a villager breeder in my Skyblock world, which will completely overpopulate my island. In the process, I lose one of my most valued items. I nearly die a few times, some of which were even murder attempts, by my own villagers. I also begin a giant villager hub to go along with it. This video is a part of the 300 days video, which should hopefully come out at the end of the month or in the beginning of March. So let's start on day 232, where I was tired of having to manually breed a villager every 2 days. Honestly, I'm kind of sick of not having a quintillion villagers at my disposal, and a lot of them keep on dying, so I think that now it is time that I build a villager breeder. So I'm going to start with getting all of the materials that I need for this thing. I'm going to have to first empty out my inventory. So I'm going to have to get 108 glass panes. I made a little too much on accident. Then I'm going to need a bunch of carrots. Now I'll get all of the materials that aren't really as interesting, which are just blocks and trapdoors. So I'm going to have to do something interesting. I'm going to have to grab soul sand. Then I'm going to get a few stacks of stone. So I'm going to begin the breeder right here. So I'm going to have to go to the ice farm. So I need regular ice, not packed or blue ice. Because when you mine ice, without soul touch, it turns to water. So I'm going to build this about 200 blocks up. So to get the villagers up, I'm going to use a soul sand elevator. And since I do not have a kelp, the next best thing I could use is just a bunch of ice. I've got about 4 stacks, which should definitely be enough. What? Okay, thankfully some stuff survived. I lost the pickaxe, which I lost all of the glass, half of the ice. Thankfully I didn't have anything that was non-renewable, so at least the sword survived. I just traveled all the way here to realize I've left all the food back at my house. Because of course I did. At least I saved the golden boots I've been using. Now here's the thing. Since I don't have a toolsmith, I can't get my pickaxe back. Which means I have to use an iron pickaxe and put soul touch on that. And the soul touch villager was one of the ones that was lost. I've got pretty much everything back, so it's okay. Anyway, I have no idea how to make soul sand elevators, but I guess I'll try something new today. I'm gonna take 2 villagers, put them over here, and then they're going to go up, all the way up there. Now I think they have to be full source blocks. I'm going to make a giant water pool over here. If I miss this, then I just deserve to lose everything at this point. And I think you can also breathe in these things, so there's no way that I or any of the villagers can drown. Right about here should be good enough. I just realized I completely forgot about the dirt. So I'm going to start by bridging out a few blocks. Now I'm going to have to build down and make a 1x2 platform. But are you kidding? We're gonna have to go. Yeah, because that's suspended above air. I'm just ruining everything today, aren't I? I'm gonna build around this with dirt. Then I'll add 2 composters on top, followed by 2 glowstone. Then 4 blocks out in each direction. I'm going to have to build out in dirt. I'm gonna have to till all of it to make it become farmland. Then I'll add carrots on every single one of these blocks. So because the bubble elevator is here, I'm gonna make the villagers drop out here. So I'm gonna have to build with 4 blocks, then add trapdoors on them. So I'm gonna make a border all around the farmland. Then add glass panes going up by 2 blocks all around it. So right over here will be where the villagers will drop down. I'm going to add blocks all around this. Then I'll get the 4 beds and then place them like this. Wait a minute, I made this a block too short. Then I'll add more glass all along here to close everything up. Now there are only a few more steps. So right here will be where they fall. So I shall build a little safety net. So I've made this pretty giant safety net amidst this tiny little platform. So at this point, if they die from fall damage and don't land in the water, that's their fault. Who shall I pick? Who? How about this guy with the red book hat? Oh my goodness. No. Okay, whatever, it's fine. So while I'm still down here, I'm gonna get a little bit more carrots. So we have a problem. They have to be farmer villagers, which means I shall need to... Where are you going? Which means I shall need 2 new villagers. Stop. Go back. I don't even care about punching him. He's mean. Now there is a former villager here, but I don't want to break the iron farm, which means I'm just gonna have to get more children. The 2 villagers have been obtained, but I just have to break every single workstation now. If I break those cauldrons, they should both go to the composters. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I did not. No, I'm so sorry. No. Get in. I'm sorry. That was your fault, not mine. Oh my goodness. He's going rogue. He tried to kill me. He's trying to kill me. He's losing his sanity. Okay, so if I break these cauldrons, hopefully he will lose his job. That doesn't sound very good, but... how about I just add, some barriers, just in case a villager happened to fall off. I'm not saying that one did fall off, but just in case, They do have another child, so I'll just have to wait for this guy to grow up. Alright, to be fair, he was fighting me all the time, so I can't see that he didn't deserve it. Fortunately, it does take like 20 minutes for them to grow up, so I will have to be here for a while. So while I wait, I think I'm just gonna mine regular cobblestone. I got the second villager here. Now I think for this to work, I'm gonna have to replace all of the beds. Then I'll flip this open so all the babies can drop down. Now I think that there is only one step left, and that is to feed them. So I'll replace this back, and I think I finally got the villager breeder. Wait, I think the baby fell down. Yes! Okay. The child has fallen. So now I guess villagers will just start popping down as those guys breed. These 2 are the only librarians that survived. The mending villager and this one. The silk touch, the looting villager, and the fortunate frostwalker. They have all died. And this guy somehow managed to stay alive through all the carnage. So now that I have all of these villagers, what if I just make a giant place for them to live? Location is the first part. I actually think that over here would work pretty well. So I'll expand this platform to make it all even. I've gathered a load of materials, which means it is now time to get to building. The villager breeder has been working quite nicely, because there's a bunch of them trapped in here. There's also just a bunch of them running around, which is pretty nice. So I'm going to expand everything to be on this level. Anyways, you might be wondering why I have so much wood. It's because I don't have terracotta. I'm just going to use stripped logs to make the head of the villager. So I'm going to make this base a giant villager head. So unfortunately, I want the floor of this thing to be blackstone, which is just yet another thing that is blackstone. So they all have to be built facing up so that they look like this. Yeah, look at that. I'm building one of you guys. So on each side, I'm going to leave 2 block gaps to put doors so I can get in and out. First, I'm going to start building the staircase down. So for the eyes and the eyebrows, instead of using concrete, I have to use wool. The villagers love it so much, they're already going on top. He just tried to kill me. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to move. Oh my goodness. One of them fell. Now I just have to strip the remaining logs. There's the exterior done. Then we'll have to bridge up and get rid of all of this dirt. But now there's quite a lot of villagers. So everything around here, I'm going to change to be a full block. Now you know what? I will need tons of blackstone stairs. Now I shall begin building the actual villager containment, I guess. Now unfortunately I can't get things like direct and andesite easily, so for now I'm just going to leave their pods as workstation and where the villager will be, but I'll probably expand it once I get more andesite. So if there's stairs like this, I'll add slabs to be a little bit higher. So I'll make the roofs a little pens, I guess. Slabs. Just in case if I need to, I can just sneak to get in. Look at that. This guy's so excited he already wants to check it out. But I will need to get more andesite, which means I have to use my remaining 23 quartz. Why are there villagers up there? My goodness, did they walk off the side? Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to be building a house, not making a rescue mission. It's okay. They'll get out eventually. I think that this is a pretty solid design. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have any glowstone anywhere. I think it's time that I start getting some of my villagers down here. First thing I'm gonna have to do is craft a load of lecterns, but then I'm gonna place all of them down here and just watch as the villagers come in. But one of them got mending for 12 emeralds, are you kidding me? Now we've got 2 villagers trapped. This may not be so easy. Figure that the only way I'm really gonna get them to come down is beds. Why are the babies going to beds? Have you ever heard of the phrase respect your elders? I'm sorry that the accommodations aren't very good right now, but they shall get better. I forgot to light the top up. Oh my goodness, I'm stupid. Before any destruction is caused, I'm just gonna have to sleep through all of this. Just complete chaos going on right now. Now it's time to continue transporting the villagers. I've now got a load of villagers trapped in here, so I'm gonna replace everything to be a lectern. Now just in case, I can get in if I need to. So let's see what kind of trades these villagers have. I'll have to reroll all of their professions later. So I can now buy the channeling book and then put it on my trident. But there are a bunch of enchantments that I need. I think I can make the platform around this a little bit more even. So now I think I should just spend a load of time getting a bunch of enchantments that I need. There's a couple of villagers over here. Anyway, I got a bunch of enchantments like protection, efficiency, mending, and I also got a new pickaxe, new and improved. And the video ends on day 248. Do you want to see more of this? As the story will continue in a few weeks with 300 days video. In the meantime, if you want, you can watch some videos here. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.